I've always talked about it. Few of my collectors know, and some of my colleagues know that I've always said what we need is for us not to keep waiting for the other race or the other culture to validate us. I mean, if in the 50s, last century, 1950 or around that time, if the Jewish artists in New York have waited thinking somebody will come and validate them, do you think they'll be selling for what they're selling for, or their works will be that recognized today? That's a high contribution to visual arts, the movement of the abstract artist in New York in the 1940s and 50s. That's a different phenomenon in art, visual art, so to speak, because that is a big leap from what happened in the 1800s with the Impressionists. So, or what happened in Germany or Europe, European art, the avant-garde artist. So you're talking about documenting, putting together. They were lucky to have Peggy and other institutions to put them together. And today, 50, 60 years later, their work is understood and their work is even valuable, so to speak. We don't even, I know we've not even emphasizing money since we've been talking. We're only saying this is a scholarly effort. This is a scholarly, what's the adjective I'm looking for? Scholarly work, so to speak, just as the examples I gave. So it has to be given the attention you gave other aspects of the visual arts of that culture, or else, whether we do it within ourselves or not, somebody else will do it, but they won't be able to collate. Some people who are probably will be dead, some who are dejected or sick, and some artists do destroy their work, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or paint over.
Oh, they'll paint over. Thank you. Even if you paint over it, there is technology today that says if that work is worthy and so it ends up in a museum, they could strip paint and they strip paint and see layers of works that have been painted over. That's true. If you can afford buying more canvases, there are artists that have works are painted over.
Oh, yeah.
And at times if it's a drawing on a paper, I flip the other side. So I do have collectors who might not know they have a drawing on the other side of the paper.
You're the modern day Kandinsky.
So it's so interesting what you've done within my studio today to have documented me, and I hope you'll be able to give the same opportunity to more artists, because in turn that we make it easy for their voice to be heard. And not only that, it makes it easy for those who love art or who might not know they are art lovers in the making to understand that visual art is not just about hanging on the wall and as a decorative work. It speaks, and I will hope such people who are around visual art, painting or sculpture, photography, ceramics, will ask themselves that when they're around artists, it's always nice to have your own view about why you like a piece of art. In most cases, you should ask yourself first anyway, rather than asking an opinion. I need to call my sister. Oh, let me call my husband. At times I might deal with calling a spouse, we deal with the finance. How do I buy this? But in most cases, to ask for other people's opinion shouldn't be what decides or make that decision or what make the work stronger. You are buying it, you're living with it, you ask yourself, why do I like it? And if you want to take it a step further, you then could ask the artist, what's your story? Now, whether you agree with the artist or not, it is your right as a viewer and an appreciator of art to buy it for whatever reason you like it for. I hope you won't then be discouraged and say, oh, I thought it was something else. You just lost a sale there. then of course you get artists to be making stories up for you. So okay, what's your story? Actually, you could make it that too, as long as you sell this. So jokes aside, I strongly believe that documenting our work and exposing it and having some of our TV or all the other media to write about it. I will hope the local papers, Defender, Indigo, Tribune sometimes, will pick. I buy Sunday, you see, I still have one thrown away. Newspapers, if I've not read it, there's always a story in every paper that could inspire I hope they will create time to have futures like they used to do that. When you have a future writer, just go somewhere, pick an artist, be around them, hear their story. Yeah, I don't know why we're not seeing them more lately. So hopefully things like that will help. I hope what you are doing will be emulated by other institutions so that you make our career a little bit worth doing.
Dayo,
Yo,
Laya.
thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Phenomenal.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
See you next time.
Thank you.
And the journey continues. Of course, this is an ambitious goal, 100 artists, 100 collectors, but as we peel back the onion, you see that it's so pungent that just because the initial objective is 100 does not mean that's all there are.
Stop there.
We won't stop there, and it'll continue. And we thank you for your time.
Thank you.